Picture this. You're 30,000 feet in the air, no exits, no backup, and the man sitting 2 rows behind you just took off his glasses, cracked his neck, and smiled. That's the world Wings of Dread throws you into, and for the next 86 minutes, there is no getting off this flight. Wings of Dread, known in Mandarin as Wan Mi Wei Ji, landed on Iko on July 3, 2026, and it wastes almost no time announcing what kind of movie it wants to be. This is a Chinese action crime film built entirely around one simple, brutal idea. What happens when a hijacking breaks out mid-flight, and the only man standing between the passengers and disaster is a single air marshal? That marshal is Gu Chaoyang, played by Ashton Chen, who also co-directs the film alongside veteran action filmmaker Pengfei. Chen is coming off a run of Chinese action hits, and here he's playing the straight-laced, duty-first hero, a man returning from his honeymoon who suddenly finds himself the last line of defense on a plane full of strangers, and standing across from him is the reason a lot of people outside China are even talking about this movie, Iko Uwais. Yes, the man from The Raid. Yes, the man whose name is basically shorthand for this action scene is about to be excellent. Uwais steps into the villain role here, and by every account he's clearly enjoying it. Here's the honest truth about Wings of Dread. The story is not why you watch this movie. The plot is simple B-movie material. A prisoner on board, a crew of killers trying to get him off that plane, and a hero with a strict moral code standing in the way. Reviewers have been blunt about it. The script is thin. The dialogue leans into some heavy-handed patriotic messaging, and the tone swings between deadly serious and oddly comedic in ways that don't always land. There's also one detail that's become a running joke among viewers. Uwais's voice has been fully dubbed over in English with a deep, gravelly American accent, even though by most accounts his real voice and English are perfectly fine. It's a strange choice. Some people find it distracting. Others find it so bizarre it becomes part of the fun. But none of that is really the point. Because once the first act clears out of the way, this movie turns into something else entirely. The moment the fists start flying, Wings of Dread stops apologizing for its story and starts delivering on its promise. This is a movie obsessed with one question. How much chaos can you generate inside the cramped body of an airplane? And the answer, again and again, is a lot. Fights break out in the aisles, in the galley, in the bathroom, during turbulence that turns gravity itself into a weapon. The choreography team leans hard into claustrophobia. Every armrest, tray table, and overhead bin becomes a tool, a weapon, or an obstacle. Multiple fights often erupt at the same time, and the editing intercuts between them, giving the back half of the film a relentless, almost ensemble war feeling. And then there's the centerpiece, Chen versus Uwais, an extended, brutal showdown between two completely different fighting styles. Chen's precise, disciplined Wushu against Uwais' aggressive, close-quarters Silat. It's the kind of clash genre fans wait years for, and by most accounts, it delivers exactly what it promises. Strip away the thin plot and the questionable dubbing choices, and what Wings of Dread really is a reminder of something simple. Conviction sells a fight scene more than dialogue ever will. Gu Chaoyang isn't a complicated character. He doesn't have a tragic backstory or a redemption arc. What he has is a job, a plane full of people who are counting on him, and the refusal to stop until the threat is neutralized. That's it, and somehow that's enough to carry 86 minutes of genuinely committed, bone-rattling action. There's a lesson in that, even outside the world of martial arts cinema. You don't always need the perfect setup or the perfect story to prove what you're capable of. Sometimes you just need the moment, the will to stand your ground, and the refusal to back down until the job is done. Wings of Dread understands that instinct completely, and it puts it on screen in the most literal, physical way possible. Is Wings of Dread a great film? No. Is it a great excuse to watch two genuinely world-class action performers tear an airplane apart with their bare hands? Absolutely. If you're here for story, look elsewhere. If you're here to watch conviction and skill collide at 30,000 feet, buckle up, that's the review. Let me know in the comments, Chen or Uwais, who takes the win. And if you want more honest breakdowns of martial arts cinema, subscribe because there's a lot more where this came from.